Good morning to the touch tutorial presented by Simple Codex. This is the part 1 of the touch presented by me, Srijit Kini. This will cover some topics related to the variables and the output statements, that is the echo. So this is the introduction tutorial of PHP. Before moving to my tutorial, first I would like to uh, show you the article rather 1 month back. This will give you the information what you need for learning the PHP. First of all, you need a suitable editor. I am using Notepad++. So there is also a link, the download link to the Notepad++ editor. Next, you need an Apache server. Now there are many Apache servers, but the most famous are XAMPP and WAMP. So you can install any one of these, both are very good. And you need a browser. Now I am using a Mozilla Firefox, but I recommend to use any two, that is the Mozilla Firefox or the Google Chrome. So let us start with a tutorial. Now the main thing, after installing the XAMPP server, it will be installed into the C folder. Now I have both the Apache servers installed, that is the WAMP and the XAMPP. Now when you install WAMP, it will create a folder named WAMP, and in XAMPP it will create, you can give random names to it. I give given XAMPP1 to my folder. Now I will be using WAMP to show this tutorial, but I will show you how to start both the servers. So first I will double click in XAMPP. All the files which are needed for PHP will be stored in htdocs. This is the folder where all the PHP files will be will be written. Now to start the server, you want to click on XAMPP control. Double click on it. A dialog box will be open. Here you can see the Apache and MySQL. We want to click on this start buttons, and we have to wait for some seconds till it starts its program. After it has started, it means that the MySQL and Apache is been running. I will not start it over here. I will use WAMP. So this is how you open or start the application or start the Apache in XAMPP. Now how to start WAMP? Open the WAMP directory. There will be wampmanager.exe. Double double click on it. As soon as you double click, just see on the task manager, the symbol is red. That means it is offline. The WAMP server will start working only when it turns green. It should be done automatically. I think there's some problem here. Sorry guys, I'm back again. There was some error in WAMP, so it has been corrected. So when the WAMP server will start, it will turn to green. WAMP server, it is online. This means that the local host will be running. Now how to open the local host? Go into the browser and type localhost. There will be a blank page. Other, if the localhost is not running, it will show an 404 page error. So it's not showing anything, that means it is running. Now I'll go to the directory. In WAMP, the PHP files will go into the www directory. www. All the PHP files should be stored in this directory. In XAMPP it is stored in htdocs, and in WAMP it is stored in www. Double click. I have made a sample file called as test file, test.php. I will double click it, open it. So till it is now it is blank. Now I will type something this, that is hello world. I will save it and back into my browser. I'll reload the page, and sorry, I'll write my file name test.php, so I can see hello world. Now this is nothing, this is not a PHP or HTML code, it's just the text we have written. So when we execute the text, it will be written as a simple text in the browser. If the PHP file is in any directory, then you should type the directory name slash your PHP file. Now I don't have any directory, so I have directly written text.php. Now let us code something in PHP. Always PHP is started by these letters. These are the symbols: the greater than sign, the question mark, and PHP. Any PHP code is written in these symbols, the close, the open and close brackets. Now if you're writing HTML, the if you're writing HTML, if and you want to write PHP in between that, you can only write by these tags. You have to open these PHP tags and close these PHP tags. Now this writing of PHP is necessary because WAMP does not accept without this PHP. XAMPP will be executed without this PHP statement, but in WAMP we need this. So it is a good habit to write PHP. Now inside the PHP tag, we want to output something. We'll write the function echo. It is an inbuilt function, echo quotation marks and semicolon. In PHP we need semicolon. It's rather that like C and C++. Echo hello world. Now save it. We will not find any changes, but I have put an exclamation mark so you can see the changes in here. So that is the output hello world. This is the simple output statement in a PHP. Now this echo statement is written in two types, that is the double quotes and in single quotes too. I will put single quotes and double quotes. There will be no difference, it will be executed in the same way, but the difference is that in single quotes you cannot write PHP variables directly, but in double quotes you can do it. I will explain this in later in the next tutorials. Now we'll move towards to declaring variables in PHP. Now PHP is a loosely stacked language. So PHP variables are declared directly. The only thing you want to remember is that you want to put a dollar mark in any variable. In front of any variable, the variable should start with a dollar sign, a dollar symbol. Dollar variable. Sorry. Yeah. Now this is a variable, so you can declare any value to it. There is no string or integer type value in PHP. If you declare it as a string, it will work as a string, and if we put a int value to the variable, it will work as a integer. Now at first I am declaring variable, I am inserting the value string in the variable, so the variable is now a string. Now how to output this variable? You don't need any single quotes or double quotes, you can directly output the statement, the variable echo variable. This will echo the value in the variable. Now let us test it out. String, let's zoom it, yeah, string. Now let us test something. In the first line I have put string, I have written the string, or I will write a name. So the variable contains the value string, that is the name. And in the second line I will take the same variable and change the value to number 60. What will happen? It will give some error, or which value will it take? Refresh, it will take the value which is in the second line. So that is the main quality, or we can take it as in PHP, that we do not need to any declare any variable type or data type to it. It automatically takes it as an integer, string, or long int, or anything like that. So this is the first introduction tutorial of PHP. Please scroll down to the tutorial 2 of the touch part introduced by Simple Codex. I hope you are having a great time. Thank you.